Right now, nanobots can already act as surgical tools inside your body. They cut, they medicate, they operate. So, what happens when this technology keeps developing? At some point, people will stop treating it as a medical option and start treating it as a basic necessity. We used to get vaccines before we got sick. In the future, we'll install nanobots before we get sick. The use case shifts from removing tumors to routine maintenance. Forget illness, even aging becomes optional. Getting wrinkles, the nanobots will trim the excess skin. Need to lose weight? They'll remove the fat directly. Want to build muscle, but can't be bothered to exercise? Schedule them to work out your body while you sleep. If weight loss is possible, cosmetic surgery follows naturally. Standard face shapes are free to choose from. Want a sharper jawline or more sculpted features? Also available. That's a paid upgrade. There's also a dedicated external service for women, nanobots designed specifically for makeup. Pay a little more to unlock color shifting mode. Your eyeshadow never repeats. If you want to use them as lipstick, the consumption rate is higher since you'll inevitably swallow some while eating. If that bothers you, there's a flavor version available for an additional fee. Romance gets simplified too. Emotion packages go on sale. Nanobots adjust your hormone levels directly, generating the feeling of attraction toward a specific person. Dating apps stop asking what type you're into. They ask one question:
how many hours of butterflies can you afford?
the wealthy will multiply rapidly because dying becomes genuinely difficult. Disease is no longer a cause of death, neither is aging. Accidents, at this level of technology, impact resistance has to be a standard feature. Maybe it can't stop a freight train. It can definitely stop a brick falling from a building. The poor are a different story. Monthly nanobot maintenance fees are not small. Hospitals close, demand drops, hackers and programmers become the most respected people in lower income communities. Every era has its pirates. Once the body is solved, intelligence is next. Improving your IQ becomes straightforward. You put more nanobots in your brain, more nanobots, more capacity, more intelligence. When a baby is born, the first question is no longer about the umbilical cord. The doctor asks,
How much memory would you like to install? And do you want a preloaded knowledge package?
you take a breath, accept the cost, and pay for maximum capacity. The doctor informs you,
The free knowledge package only includes the basic tier. Advanced content requires an annual subscription.
you decide to figure that out later. If you ever can't afford the subscription, your child goes from genius to blank overnight. Aesthetic standards shift accordingly. People who pay to have smaller heads start to regret it. Large heads are now beautiful. A large head signals intelligence. It signals wealth. Job interviews get more efficient. HR measures your head circumference and already knows what they need to know. As lifespans extend, even maximum local capacity runs out. Cloud storage technology gets applied to the human brain. Do not skip the subscription. If you do, while everyone else is mid-conversation, your brain will display a full screen ad with a 30-second countdown you cannot skip. And it won't just be in your brain. Ads can appear anywhere in your body. One day you finish using the restroom and suddenly smell fresh bread. Or you get married in the evening and dream about a divorce attorney that night. You haven't lost your mind. You've been targeted. Some people will always feel that anything not stored locally isn't truly theirs. So they buy more physical memory. The brain gets heavier. The body can't keep up. Two industries emerge. The first, brain support assistants. Wealthy clients hire two, one on each side. The second, A new category of headwear. Hats with 4 legs that extend to the ground, fitted with wheels, carrying the weight so you don't have to. But eventually, the wealthy find a more permanent solution. They start walking on their hands. The scientific justification follows immediately. Inverted posture directs blood flow to the brain, improving cognitive performance. Once more than half of the wealthy population adopts this, design changes everywhere. Shoes are re-engineered for hands. Clothing patterns are restructured. Furniture stores and premium districts sell only ceiling-mounted tables. Chairs remain on the floor. The head still needs somewhere to rest. The wealthy tell their children,
Our minds contain so much truth that gravity itself cannot hold us the right way up.
class expresses itself in places you wouldn't expect. For those willing to set aside their dignity, a new income stream opens. You wake up somewhere unfamiliar. A notification appears.
Yo buddy received a 5-star review last night.
Travel becomes frictionless. No transit time, no physical effort. You rent a local's body, and the trip begins instantly. One piece of advice: be careful with hosts who list rock climbing as a hobby. People also began selling their dreams as experiences. You can pay to enter someone else's subconscious and look around. One review reads,
Scenery 5 stars, but the host X appeared 3 times. Would not recommend.
system updates roll out periodically. Hope they're free, or at least affordable. If not, you'll start noticing people who are permanently childlike or permanently stuck in adolescence. They couldn't pay for the update. It failed. Execution also becomes complicated. Nanobots automatically resuscitate. So carrying out a death sentence now requires submitting a formal request, waiting for system approval, and receiving authorization to temporarily disable the inmate's self-rescue protocol. There was reportedly one case where the system crashed mid-process. Approval never came through. The inmate survived. He later sued the government. If all of this makes you feel like dying, don't worry. After death, your nanobots compress what remains of you into a 500 megabytes storage drive. Your descendants can plug it into a device and press play. Your son will say to your grandson,
Look, your great-grandfather's entire life is shorter than 2 ad breaks.